Tension.
I have earnestly opposed violent tension, but there is a type of constructive, non-violent tension which is necessary for
Growth. The kind of tension in society.
Performance studies specialization is a great opportunity for students in Baltimore City to further their dream of working in the arts. It is almost for theater makers that it would be a possibility of people who are interested in creating their own nonprofit or working in the nonprofit system as well as performing. And at the core of that is arts management, because this is what we're talking about. We're talking about arts entrepreneurship. The students would have the tools in the toolbox to do that, as well as to learn performance.
We have wonderful partners in Hippodrome and Everyman. Lamondo is coming on board. We hope to have the classical piece come on board with Annapolis Shakespeare Company. I think when we get all four of those pieces in place, we have mentoring at every level. We have Broadway tours, we have regional theater, we have experimental theater, and we have classical theater. So we have all four kind of major areas of study and of practice covered with mentors.
And what I love about partnering with Everyman Theater particularly is that they have a resident acting company. And this fits into University of Baltimore's raison d'etre, that knowledge that works, that mentorship idea, providing mentorship to our students with professionals in the community who actually do this for a living.
What's exciting to me about where we've started, and this is just the beginning, is that the very first project we did, the One Particular Saturday project, really, I think, inspired a group of students who didn't really expect to be inspired. They were kind of coming in out of the blue because it's so new and so fresh, and we have no precedent at the university. So it was, they were just taking it on faith. And I think they had a really important experience.
There were certain places as a black you just knew you didn't go. People looked at you like you didn't belong.
We put on a show called One Particular Saturday, written by the teacher of our class, Kimberly Lynn. It's about the 1968 riots and their effect on Baltimore. It was pretty cool. It was being in like a sort of period piece, but like also not really, because it's still super relevant.
I've learned more about what exactly happened, just basically seeing how it really changed, how it became to be now and currently in 2016.
Before like the recent riots, I didn't know that there were 1968 Baltimore riots. But then when we did the show, it all kind of connected. They sparked because of MLK's assassination.
They didn't read it in a book, they learned it here. They learned it in their bodies, they learned it in their voices. They learned it physically as much as intellectually. And they had to stand out here and be those people and say those words. So it's now a part of them in a way that nothing could be that they read in a book.
Even if history changes slightly, you still have to go through on with what life gives you. It sort of gave me a more disciplinary attitude towards not judging others for who they are, what their race is, and what their specific type of lifestyle is.
Theater and just art in general are really good ways to express. It's a non-aggressive way to kind of get the point across.
If it's something that they can agree with, they can agree with. And if it's something that kind of changes their way of thinking about life, then that's a good thing.
I think what differentiates us from the other undergraduate theatrical studies degrees is that core of arts management at the center of integrated arts. So in a lot of undergraduate theatrical studies degrees, there are not many marketing courses, not only how to market yourself as an individual, but arts management courses. So how to start your own nonprofit if you wanted to, or how to work in a nonprofit. I would love to have you become like an arts incubator.
I have always been a great believer in resident artists. I believe that artists should be a part of a community in the same way that doctors and lawyers and other professionals are a part of a community, educators. Artists are essential to the fabric of any respectable community. We mustn't be in the art export business, and we shouldn't be in the art import business. We should be in the art nurturing business.